How do people who are at one time loving and caring just end up getting sick of each other? We see couples who start off well after marriage, and as the years pass by, they cannot stand each other anymore. At the beginning, we think as we grow older, we will get closer and our love will increase. But sadly, the opposite is happening. The distance is growing and they don't just become strangers but they become enemies. The marriages are just falling apart and divorces are happening at breakneck speed. How is this possible? There may be so many reasons, but today I'll give you three big reasons why this happens. And if you ever see any of these signs in your marriage, you need to take action real fast. One major cause is repeated unresolved fights. If a couple sits down with pen and paper and make a list of what they are fighting about, they will actually realize that they are fighting about 3 or 4 major things over and over again. And then what happens is each fight is adding some negativity in the surrounding and in your memory. Thereby hatred is also slowly building up. And that is why we often see this cycle of them trying to be nice to each other, they suppress their emotions, and again they end up fighting someday, and the cycle repeats again and again. It is like the relationship is getting damaged, and before you could repair, it is getting damaged again, and then it comes to a situation where both of them are getting sick of each other. Now when you look at the other person's face, all you see is how many times they have done wrong to you, how many times they have not listened to you, how many times they have said bad things to you, and how many times they have disappointed you. At each given time you see them, the anger is coming out, sometimes through annoying words or sometimes by intentionally doing something which will annoy them. So a light revenge mode is going in the background. When this goes on like this, what can you expect from such a relationship? To find a solution to this, you have to learn conflict resolution skills. If you both learn, it would make things better, but at least if one person learns these skills, the danger of breaking up can be slowed down or maybe even reversed. The second big reason is one-sided interference or domination by one or both partners. Yes, we get married to have a life partner. Yes, we do want a soulmate. But importantly, everybody wants their freedom and space as well. We do want to feel free. It is not like that whatever we desire as an individual person is gone, that our individual identity will just vanish after getting married. It is only going to be all about the relationship. No, it does not work like that. You are human first and a life partner second. What that means is that for any good to happen, you should respect each other's freedom and space, but some people sadly don't realize this. They ask, what space? What freedom? We are married, this is our house, and we should be answerable to each other for everything. Every decision you make, I must be a part of it. Some believe and act like that. Then there are some hypocrites who will take their own freedom but will not give the other person their freedom. In this manner, one person is always interfering in the other person's life. They are asking questions like what you are cooking, what you are buying, what you are throwing away, what you are using to clean the floor, etc., etc. Or it can become worse situation where they actively dominate and harass the other person, and this bullying and threatening goes on, and what happens to the other person at the receiving end is that they cannot live their day-to-day life freely and peacefully because anytime anything can flare up, and instead of you doing your own things, you begin to argue. You could have managed the whole room in your own way and enjoyed the time listening to some music, but now you are managing your room, cleaning your room, but you are also arguing with the other person. An activity you could have done, enjoyed, now becomes a hassle because of the interference of the other person. When the other person keeps dominating, the person at the receiving end now feels like, what is my status in this home? They feel powerless and have no control over their life. They ask these questions, am I living in a prison or am I a servant or something? Even workers get more freedom if the boss is good. Even the nicest person will not be able to take all this all the time. And with time it will become too much for them and they will start to become more and more aggressive, anxious, or they can start becoming rebellious or aggressive. And if both parties are strong-headed persons, they will keep butting their heads with fights and aggression, and this will go on for years and years. And where do you think this will lead to? Of course, breakdown and worsening. They will get sick of each other. That is why you hear people say, I will get the hell out of this place and go somewhere. The third point here is that there is no enough positivity to balance off all the negativity. Couples with a balanced amount of positive and negativity have long lasting good marriage life. If the intimacy, friendship and connectivity is great between partners and if they really love each other, yes, they will manage even some annoyance also. But if the positivity is missing, then there is a faster way down into hell. Basically, there is no repair, no transformation, no break from all that negativity. This is why it is so important to have a deep friendship connection with your partner from the beginning of your relationship. If you really want your marriage to be successful, you should be able to have fun with each other, you should be able to talk to each other, and there must be some physical touch intimacy. Basically, there must be moments that you really feel loved and you can love them too, and you can feel a real human connection. So, if you do see the above mentioned red flags in your marriage life, do get into action fast to resolve these at the start without bottling it up. If you need any counseling, you may make an appointment and get a world-class therapy. If you like this video, please subscribe. Until we meet again, best wishes.